Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're here today. This is Scrape Blade Day. We're here in the factory. Everybody's gone that works in the factory on Fridays. We work 10-hour shifts. Gives us a little quietness to do some inside videos. It's been raining for the last week here. This is the blade we've used for the last few years. It's category 1-2. It comes in a scrape blade or in a landscape rake option. And the way we've set this rear up with a 2-inch cold roll shaft that's drilled in the center, you can easily change out this blade to a rake and switch back and forth without a whole lot of problem if you like. It does have the category 1-2 hitch, top and bottom. It also comes with the slot to float if you're using the tail wheels on especially the rake option. You can use the float on the newer blades with a center mount blade, and we'll show you that later. Come around to the back, Chuck. So our blades are built for the long run, and they're built for you to be able to add features to it without being real expensive. We have a 3/8 thick moldboard, and that's the start of just making it strong with a grade 50 steel. We're using fault cutting edges instead of an India or Chinese made cutting edge, and that they wear 3 times better. They come standard with this place already welded on the side. It makes the blade stronger to start with, and if you want to put on the side options, it makes it really cheap to put the side options on. The hole's already in there for the brace. You've got your braces down here for your skid shoes. If you're scraping snow off a gravel road or something, it helps you keep right off the gravel and just get the snow or less scratching on your gravel driveway or asphalt if you have it. The center post here, you just simply turn this to the side to where your flat spot is, pull it out. If it was on the tractor, I'd do it for you, but I can't move it on this pallet. And that'll give you 15 degrees in each direction of tilt. You've got a lot of degrees here on your angle. This is a totally manual blade. All the pins are hooked with, all the pins are hooked with chains so you can find them easy. You're not going to lose them. Has a hook to lift it in the center that's level. This particular blade will not come with these brackets on it unless you're ordering the tail wheel option. This customer did. This will be shipping out Monday. This customer did order the tail wheel option. It works really good on a scrape blade as long as you're not using the tilt option at a really high degree. It is a category 1-2 blade. It has the step pin on the front. It has both the category 1-2 here with the slide if you were going to be doing the tail wheels and do the rake option. This blade can convert to the rake also. You can buy just the back half, makes it a little cheaper. You do have to change it, but it really works good. And you've got your slot, so when you're doing your rear tail wheels, it makes everything level really good pulling from your pull arms. Everything's laser cut. It's all grade 50 steel. Got an easy to hook up kickstand, go to different heights. It's been what we've sold for the last few years, and it has been bulletproof, and we've even upped our game to give you more options. And we're getting ready to show you that. So a big thing that separates a cheap scrape blade and a good scrape blade, and that's not really the exact definition, but if the blade doesn't have a piece that goes under here, and you're relying on this pin to do all the push and pull, that I've tried it without these before. You end up with bent pins or sheared pins, and it just will not take the pressure. This clevis down here will help. If you do hit something hard, it gives it a little strength from leaning. It also makes a clevis between here and here, and all the pressure is pushed there, and it's just much, much stronger. We've done that on the front for your offset and on the back for your angle. And it just makes a huge difference in how strong that your blade's going to be, period. All this is 3/8 construction up here in the hitch. It's got a nice centering post here. This has been a great blade and a great rake, and we've just upgraded, as you'll see with the next one. So as I said, this was our original blade that we've ended up with after 3 versions. This is version 3. It's been a great blade. We're upping our game a little bit to the hydraulic and the manual, and actually this is a pretty unique blade because it comes with all manual adjustment standard, and you can change it now or at any time for a low price to go to hydraulics. As you add hydraulics to your tractor, change tractors, decide you want it to be hydraulic, this is something you can change over easily. This particular customer has ordered it with all the hydraulics, and these would be what plumb into your rear remotes on your tractor, usually on the right side of your tractor. So you can add the offset option, you can add the tilt option, you can add the angle option of the blade, and you can, if you've got a 4th remote, this one right now, this is going to a customer, is a manual with this link here. You can add a cylinder here to your tail wheel. For a scrape blade that has the tilt option, you really need the single tail wheel instead of the dual. This does have the brackets welded on it for the dual, but if you're going to be using the angle, the single tail wheel will let you do a much better job. And that can be a cylinder or this manual link. It's just simply bolted on the back here. So we've made it to where you can add all these options. Just increasing the tube length all the way back to the back creates a lot of strength back here for this 2-inch main pin. It uses the exact same style design we've been using on our bigger blade with this type of center post in it. It also has the manual adjustment that will come standard with it, but you can make it hydraulic right here. So it's as simple as putting a cylinder and 2 hoses on it at any point that you want to decide it to be a hydraulic blade. These are really heavy duty, they're heavy, so the manual and the hydraulic option really work good to change your angles. It's got all the stuff built on the back of it already. This has everything, including for the dual tail wheels, for the slides, if you're scraping on a gravel road and don't want to touch everywhere. It's got the holes on the side for your side plates here also. And all that, while it's not being used, is still making your blade stronger. So the only thing you will have to do, if you want to reverse the blade completely, you will have to remove this one bracket here, because you're going to have to unbolt it, spin the blade around, and it will bolt to this side over here. Now, because this takes so much force, this piece is made out of hard ox to make it really tough. Comes with the hook and everything to be able to lift it. Comes with all the standard options that are on our other blade to make the top link float here when you're using your gauge wheel for your final grade. Category 2, Category 1. It will work with a quick hitch. Moves it back a little bit. I can assure you, if you're using this size of blade, the quick hitch will be your easiest link to braid. This is a tough blade. We're using a 1/4 inch thick tube. It goes all the way past the back of the blade for super stability. They are, as we were talking about in the other blade, they do have the clevis hitches under here to make it extra strong. This is going to be the ultimate blade. It's the only blade that's going to come standard with manual and be fully upgradable to hydraulic. I don't know if anyone else is in the industry that you can upgrade it, especially at the cost that it's going to be for this. So each option, I think, is what, $250?
I'd have to double check, roughly.
I think that's close. $250 includes your cylinders, hoses, and couplers for each function as you do it.
The pins don't come with chains on this one, obviously, just because.
Yeah, that's true. The pins don't come with the chains welded to them, so if you do go to the hydraulic option, you're not going to have these, you're going to end up needing to put these pins somewhere. You wouldn't want them chained where they're going to be dangling here, because you're going to have to leave them out of the hole while you're using it in a hydraulic manner. So just to make it clear, since we're doing a straight blade video, this is an awesome blade. It's at an awesome price, but if you think you're ever gonna go hydraulic, there's nothing on this blade that will convert over to hydraulics unless you rig it up. It's just not designed for it, and if you think you're ever gonna go to hydraulics, the blade to get would definitely be the newly designed one, which goes completely manual like that does. It's got a few extra features, but the main thing is you can convert it to hydraulics absolutely the easiest. It's as simple as removing the pin and putting in the cylinder where the places are already provided. So if you're gonna go hydraulic, go this way. If you know you're not, go that way if you like. And that has been a bulletproof blade for many years. So just to give you a little more information, there is a little bit of hard ox used in all these blades in essential areas. Where these pins go and all the holes are in this piece here, that's where all the load's gonna be, and that's where the hole gets wallered a little bit or stretched. So we're using hard ox here to make sure that your hole doesn't stretch or come out. On this blade here, we're using hard ox up here, like we said, so the holes and everything don't get stretched, and it's able to take the pressure from the hydraulic cylinder way out here. We put the right components, the right materials in the right places. On the single tail wheel, we're using the casted with the Timken bearing centers, which are the same we use on our rotary cutters. It's made with a piece of pipe here with a pin all the way through, welded on both sides. We go through everything we can to make everything the best we can at everything attachments. These pieces are made to withstand the way I like to use stuff, and I'm hard on stuff. So we try to build it to where it's trouble-free for you and a lifetime attachment for you and your grandkids.
Okay.
It's an awesome blade. There is a lot of parts on this blade. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that have to be thought of. Every time you change one part off of that blade that we've had forever, something else changes on this blade. So we've spent a lot of thought put into these. These are the most user-friendly blades of any I've ever used, and we look forward to being there for you for your blades and your landscaping rakes for the next years with everything attachments.